Well, good morning, Board of Directors and Executive Committee of Bayou Preservation Association. This is Lawrence Spence, the Watershed Explorers Program Director, reporting live to you from our Watershed Explorers Outpost in West Houston at Westside High School. So this is my status report for January 2017, and here we go. So for those of you that are new or haven't attended a meeting where we've discussed Watershed Explorers, it is Bayou Preservation's new community environmental education and outreach program. We're focusing on 3rd through 12th grade students in Houston ISD, as well as we have relationships with University of Houston downtown and working with undergraduate students. And then our program is unique in that it is place-based. We're focusing on the Houston and surrounding Southeast Texas ecoregions in our curriculum. So back to our target audience, we're working specifically with 5 HISD campuses in the feeder pattern that leads up to Westside High School, where I teach during the day. That's 3 elementaries, 1 middle school, and then Westside High School. We're working on developing relationships with the other 2 or 3 elementaries in our feeder pattern, as well as the 2nd middle school. Crockett Elementary in the 1st ward is also a program partner. It's been a long time participant with Bayou Preservation Association outreach events. So they are happy to be along with us and a very dependable partner. And then again, the University of Houston downtown. So a quick orientation for you. Westside High School is located in West Houston along Hershey Park and as well as the Addicks Reservoir. And then Crockett Elementary in the 1st ward, aka the Sawyer Heights now, located very close to the University of Houston downtown. Those 2 institutions also have a close relationship with one another, which makes them valuable program partners for us. So what have we done since July when we commenced, when we received the funding from Texas Parks and Wildlife to this? We've served over 850 participants. That's adults, that's youth, teachers, parents, and so forth. We've had 10 field classes. We've got 6 partner schools in the program. We've held 3 professional development events, 1 outreach event, a boat trip, and a kayak trip. So what program objectives have we met that we promised to Parks and Wildlife? Well, out of the 1,000 students participating in that we said we would serve in field classes, we've served 432. Out of the 50 teachers that would receive Project Aquatic Wild training, we've had 19 participants to date. And of the 500 students, teachers, and parents that we said that we would engage in service projects in the community, we have served, 433 have served in the community so far, and that number will continue to rise. So we have, to meet these program objectives, we have until the end of this school semester, and I don't see any reason why we won't meet at least the minimum objectives we promised. Just as a recap of some of our activities, we had students from Westside High School visit Armand Bayou Nature Center. They did some prairie management. They took some diversity indices in the prairie and in the aquatic environments, and they explored the bayou and collected aquatic organisms. We did bring some students to our Watershed Symposium. In fact, a couple of these students are going to be on the Ecology show next week on Tuesday at 4 p.m. on KPFT, discussing their experience at our symposium. And we had a booth at Kids Day on Buffalo Bayou where Westside High students interacted with public and educated them about non-point source pollution prevention and finding their watershed address. And we took a number of students out to the Warren Ranch and Katy, and with Katy Prairie Conservancy, one of our strong program partners. And then we took several students down to the Intersections Conference at U of H downtown, the 3-day event. We also had a few teachers attend, and that resulted in the Bayou Floating event on White Oak and Buffalo Bayous on the pontoon boat, and then a kayaking trip as well for 19 lucky paddlers. And then recently we've gotten some of our program schools like Askew Elementary and Shadowbriar have been out to the Arboretum for their field classes. These occurred back in December and then earlier in January. They'll continue to go out. So here they are clowning around with the animal skins at the Arboretum as well, enjoying the day. So Askew and Shadowbriar have attended. Crockett and Daly elementaries will be going later this month and in February, and then all the elementaries will take at least one other field class and before the end of the school year. What do we got coming up? So the aforementioned elementaries will be continuing on their trips to the Arboretum. We've got a service project on the Indian Grass Prairie Preserve scheduled for February with Westside High and Westboro Middle School students. We've got a kayak cleanup that Steve Hupp and I have been trying to coordinate at Fiorenza Park and the Brays Bayou Watershed to occur sometime in February. So we could use some help on that. You guys want to come out and help teach Westside students how to paddle kayaks and remove litter at the same time. And then we've got the Westside High School students to go on the Bayou Float on the Port of Houston, on the MB Sam Houston, and then also to hike Allen's Landing. So I could use some help doing some interpreting on the port, on the Sam Houston, as well as interpreting down on Allen's Landing. So that'll be March 1st and 2nd. Contact me via email. My email address will be at the end of the presentation. And lastly, we've got Trash Bash in Barker Reservoir we're aiming to do an event in Barker Reservoir, maybe it'll be a trashless bayou event, not necessarily a trash bash event. Okay, and what can you do to support the program? Well, keep showing up to these board of directors meetings and participating, and keep helping fundraise to keep the organization going. That's what Terry Hershey would have wanted us to do. And in fact, quick story about Terry Hershey. The last time that I visited with her that I recall, several years back at a State of the Bay symposium, we were chatting about environmental education efforts, and she patted me on the back, and the last thing I remember her ever telling me was, "Good job, work harder." So Terry, this is for you. We're getting it done. Jennifer, Kate, and I have been discussing ways to get some funding raised for future Watershed Explorers for the 2017-18 school year. And so whatever it is that we come up with, we need you guys to help push it out and make it happen so that we can keep the Watershed Explorers program going. We've been doing some initial testing of the students, some pre and post surveying of their activities, and the results are very positive. And we all know that. We know that students have, when we take young people outside, that they're going to have good experiences. And so we just, we have to prove it to others, and we're going to do that. So you can contact me at Lawrence_Spence@yahoo.com or see Jennifer Kate. And lastly, come out to the Fiorenza Park event in February or to Trash Bash in March. So that's what I have to say about that. Thank you for your time, and I will see you guys around the city. Hopefully I'll see you at Wild and Scenic Film Festival on Wednesday and Thursday night, along with some Westside students that will be there. All right, have a great day. I'm off to teach. What are we teaching today? Teaching about sustainable agriculture, how to prevent dead zones, and organic solutions to agriculture. So off we go. Have a good day.